All right, I want to see DSP's reaction to the end of his playthrough for Claire Obscure. That's the thing that I want to see right now. I know he must have gave like a whole book report about this too. Part 35 in the final impossible decision. Claire Obscure, blah 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 blah. Go to the Renoir fight. How hard was the Renoir fight for him?
Only 300k, baby.
Take cover.
Serene rescues Renoir. What the hell?
Stop this insanity. It's time to go home.
I like the nose things he's doing.
Okay.
I do love a challenge, but this is beginning to irk me.
Fuck.
A lot of nose thing.
Maybe we focus on the axons first.
Yeah, only 300k.
Why are the axes even helping him? Did
What?
he make those? Maybe he made those. I can't remember.
Huh? Oh, stop.
Oh, look, someone flushed the toilet.
Stop. Did he make the
Yes.
accents? I hate this guy. I wasn't even paying attention
Don't
to the
tell
game.
me the sister just entered the painting too. At the last minute. Oh, she did.
That's not.
Oh no.
That's not.
Oh no, it's the mother.
You're going to kill yourself. It's too soon for you to return to any canvas.
Her mother just came back. Oh shit. I thought it was gonna be the sister.
Which sister?
She's back.
Look, Bushido Bear. I literally just finished the game. So just in case, I just finished the game. So this is a small spoilers. I want to see how Phil reacted to the ending.
Ouch. Dun, 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 dun. Phase two. Dun, 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 dun. Phase two. On guard.
Okay.
This selfish Aline.
Fortunately, Phil, you've become what you've always hated, and it's sad to see. To allow the new style of viewership to take over your streams, rather than we used to enjoy, which was watching you being you, not the sheep who does what his viewers request. Fortunately, I don't think you'll be able to enjoy quality games like this again.
He's been triple buffed.
And as an old school viewer, it's sad to see. Oh man. That's kind of funny to see. Yeah, whatever happened to the Phil who used to damn near 100% games he liked, like Skyrim or whatever. Now it's all about weird. This game didn't get support, as if people were tipping on stream or tipping based on whether or not they liked the game and not Phil's actual engagement with the game and the viewers. And Phil's only response is to, I guess, Javen? I don't know. No, the chain would say it's to Skyflux. Skyrim was one of the most watched playthroughs I'd ever done and literally made me near $1,000 a day. My popularity is nowhere near that anymore, and things have to adjust or else I'll fail and go out of business. What an amazing game this was. Too bad that you can't enjoy it to its fullest because your audience gets bored. I enjoyed the game and your playthrough, even though RPGs aren't my cup of tea. Seriously don't know how someone can be this inept in a game, keep spamming the dodge button and praying sometimes, not even doing anything at all. At least he didn't rage quit this masterpiece of a game. Love this playthrough, and thanks for the playthrough, Phil. Definitely Game of the Year contender. Man, that's rough. Yeah, common sense equals detractors.
It's supposed to be you and me. Not you against me.
Go home, Renoir. Go paint something else.
I didn't get to any of those.
Why am I the only one who sees this?
Oh yeah, he is dodging. He's not parrying.
Not leaving you behind.
I didn't realize that.
Hurts.
It hurts.
Are those made by ChatGPT? No. Sadly not. I think those are just regular people.
Insane damage.
They're right though.
You can't escape. Blade sharp.
And another turn, but he has no health. That's weird.
Well, it's because you have a double turn.
Precision.
And then he just gets defeated.
Aside, the canvas is killing you both.
Again, he's gonna do this?
Not this time.
Ah! Caught him.
I like him staring at chat. He keeps staring at chat and he keeps looking at this. Look at this. He keeps doing this face. He keeps making stink faces. He always looks so mean. He's like a stink meaner. What the? What are you guys talking about over there? You're not watching the game, huh? All these stink meaner faces. All right, I want to see what ending he picked.
Is that seriously it?
And what
That's
his
the final boss fight? I thought there'd be more to it, honestly.
what his rationale was. He went
that
all
really the
offense
end?
and 0
Damn.
HP in defense. Yeah, apparently so. But I mean, he can get a lot of that from his Pictos if he really needs it.
Your mother was the one who saved me when I lost myself in a canvas. She told
He's not even paying attention to the game. You keep seeing him diving right into
was
chat.
a gift. How to soar
It's killing me.
without flying too close to the sun. We
He doesn't even want to pay attention to the game.
hundreds of canvas
Phil, watch the game.
pushing
It doesn't matter what
the
chat's saying right
boundaries
now.
of creation.
Look at him.
And she
He keeps looking every like fucking 10 seconds.
every day.
I get it. I know why he's doing it. Because he's looking at it and he's like, why do I only have like 23 fucking bucks in the tank? Yeah, he's eye fucking chat. Absolutely fucking eye fucking him.
Yet here we are now.
So trust her. If she's doing this, then
I trust what she taught me.
kind of like how he doesn't have them in
What's at stake
costumes.
that you don't.
I know precisely what's at stake. You won't
They're all in their
control me.
default
You want to feel
costumes.
like you're doing something.
Except Mael. Mael has her
So
switched
you
up
want to
costume
save us,
because of her
except you're not.
her different
Destroying
form.
the canvas won't help us move on. It'll just deny us the one place that helped us feel again.
67 years.
I fucking chat for
67
the camera,
years I spent
adjusting
trapped
his
within
ball
the-
sack. What was that face?
But I persisted. 67
Look at this.
years I spent trapped.
Did you see that? What the fuck? He does this thing. He blinks one eye. Look, he's blinking one eye and then he goes over and he blinks the other eye. He blinks both. Blinks the left one again. Blinks both. And then he makes this face right here. Like, I don't know if he burped. What was this face? He made another stink face. Why is he making all these faces? What's going on? Who's shitting this cereal? Yeah, he kind of is like a lizard.
But I persisted. I persisted. Do you know why?
Alistair Ravencraft hesserde met the following TTS message. There's zero doubt about it. Phil was on the short bus.
Hey, the short bus means you can get there quicker and you can get off the bus quicker. I'm gonna fast forward this because I'm trying to see if he says anything. He is watching the gameplay now. I mean, he looks at chat every now and then, but he's not interrupting, which is good because it's like near the fucking ending. You don't ruin it. Yeah, I'll give him this. He didn't interrupt this like with weird jokes. I don't think he's holding it in either. He's just constantly looking at chat. What was that? Look at this. Shakes his head awake. Whoa. I don't know what that meant.
Hold on.
Okay, no,
All
he
of that
says
for a
something.
parental.
Okay, here we go. All right. DSP sees Mael and Renoir hugging.
All of that for a parental father-daughter dispute. It was ridiculous.
Hold on to each other.
It's just about a dispute. It's about a family dispute. Yeah, sure. It's not about the death of a child or anything like that. Sure. All right, this is the pinnacle. What does DSP think of this moment? When he has to make the decision, how does he rationalize it? I know chat must have like spammed something at him.
He's killing himself, right? If he leaves the painting, he can't survive.
Oh, never mind. He may have spoiled himself. I mean, that's not how it works. Because he didn't leave the painting, technically. Technically, not yet.
We're not done. The game is not over. One final battle that we will ignore and go back instead to survive. Here we go. Let me.
Yeah,
Okay.
he looked this up. This is totally looked up. Ha, I get it. I know he knows because of gaming conventions.
It's time to stop painting.
But this doesn't even
That
make
is
it
his
obvious
soul.
that there's a
I was
fight
right all
coming up.
along.
Wait, he only noticed it. Oh, shut up. If you were paying attention to like the latter half of the messages, it was very apparent that that was Verso. And it's not his soul necessarily. It's a representation of Verso. I don't think I was expecting much. For him to spoil himself on a potential upcoming fight, though, That's just, I don't know. It's not technically him.
Boy with no face.
You're tired of painting, aren't you?
It is a representation of Verso, but Verso is not necessarily Verso. It's a representation of the person of Verso.
That's...
If he yells something about stop him or something like that, yeah, 100% he looked it
I
up.
shouldn't be able to be here.
The exact same with Divinity, every other RPG. No, he didn't. People handheld him through Divinity.
Why did you...
He didn't look the shit up ahead of time.
It's dangerous for you.
For that, he had an active guide of people telling him what to do with money. And look how well that turned out for him. If DSP looked up shit for Divinity ahead of time, he wouldn't have sat there and petrified himself multiple times on a sarcophagus in the middle of Act 2. He wouldn't have done that, but he did it, and it almost cost him his run. He almost, how does he call it? Hard locked himself?
What?
You lied to your father.
No.
Chat looks at penis, shifts around a little bit, wants to say something about money, starts doing the thing where he's blinking his eyes individually again. What the fuck?
Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
The moment
Squinting.
I leave, Papa will erase this canvas.
This is not worth your life.
There's a double take in the chat.
Life. My life of loneliness in a shell of a body with no voice and no future.
You're my El. No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
But everything I want is here. Here I have a chance to live, Verso to live. Out there I merely exist.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Stop quoting Papa.
What? Yeah. That's right. He said something about, like, being like Renoir. It was kind of funny, haha.
It's time to stop painting.
So he's gonna, oh! I was gonna say, is he gonna free the soul of Verso from the painting?
Papa also said, hold on to each other.
Alright, here it comes when he makes the decision. Does he dive in a chat and ask for their input? Or does he start to rationalize things?
I'm sorry.
I think both are bittersweet endings. Don't get me wrong.
So Verso wants to end his soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Decide the fate of the canvas. Fight as Mael or fight as Verso. So if you win as Verso, then the canvas will close. She'll leave, and she'll get to live her normal life. If you fight as Mael, then the canvas keeps existing, but there's always a chance that she might stay in there, that something could go wrong, the mother, you know, there's so much going on. The right thing to do, honestly, Verso, I think, realizes it, is that the father is actually right. That this whole thing is a fantasy world to begin with. Yes, there's creatures that are existing in the canvas, but they're all fantasy. And Verso's soul needs to be let go, right?
Wow.
So
what did the monsters have anything to do with the rationale of this decision? The monsters are that it doesn't mean anything. The monsters are a creation of the paintress and those who have come to paint on the canvas. It has nothing to do with anything. It's a zero factor.
I mean, morally, I'm with Verso, but I mean, then you've got emotion. Of course, the emotion of Mael, she loves all the people in this painting. They're like her family. So There really is no right or wrong choice, quite frankly. The painting could keep existing as long as she sticks to what she says she's going to do. There's no guarantee she will. The tried and true 100% safe route is to fight as Verso, but then you're robbing Mayel of having any kind of a life of herself outside of just being burned and voiceless and maimed for the rest of her life. So, I mean, I don't really think there's a good or bad choice. Interesting that you can pick either, but I think I'm gonna go for Verso.
Okay. Well, the pragmatic DSP wins again, I suppose. That's the reason why I picked Verso at first, is because ultimately I think I want to stick with Mayel's choice. Even if Mayel's choice was kind of rough.
We're all hypocrites, doing the same thing to each other.
It should be a clear-cut win, right? Salt Zero.
Here we go.
Why does he have a Salt Zero skin?
What about Lune and Ciel and Monoko? What about Esquier?
Ciel was right. Grief blinds us. All you see are walls.
God, he is just spamming the dodge button. This is so rough.
Not even close.
Wowie, wow.
I've lived a long time, Mayel. There are things we can never outrun.
I'm so tired, Verso. Please, can we just go home and talk about this?
What home? What's she even talking about? There's no home.
Lumiere? Lumiere is their home. Does he not remember that even though Verso is technically a created person, he also lived in Lumiere? That is the home that is being spoken about. It's the home that Mayel wants to go to as well. It's the one that she recognizes as home. What do you mean? What home are you talking about? Huh? You want to go home? They don't have a home, bitch. Thank you for the Christmas spirit. What is he thinking of? What are you trying to think of doing? There's not that many options.
Completely different than the 3 hits she does when you're fighting with her. So I couldn't parry it.
Man. No way.
I revived though.
Thank God he has a fucking auto revive on his guy.
Oh, and I got no charge. Well, that's baloney.
This is so rough. Wasn't he bragging about one of his other characters doing a crap ton of damage earlier too? Thank God she can't heal herself. Imagine if she could heal. He should just be able to kill her right here. Wow. Just gonna sit there and take that damage, huh? No.
I
You're
parried
kidding.
it and it didn't parry.
You're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. You're serious. You're serious. DSP lost. DSP failed the fight against Mayel. You're kidding me. Oh my God.
Wow. It didn't parry.
You've seen him the entire time. Okay, I just
Great.
zoom up to the
Wow.
fucking the point where he wins. I don't want to see that again. Oh my God. That was so fucking pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. This is the same guy who was bragging about learning how to parry
So what happens
monster.
to the soul now? Just disappears forever, this piece of his soul?
Yes. It's gone.
Epilogue, A Life to Love. It gets to move on, supposedly to an afterlife or something. You know, I guess it's your own interpretation. The piece of the soul.
Yeah. What does it mean? ESP, the Catholic guy. What does it mean for the soul to move
Paris.
on? I don't know. You move on to an afterlife or something? I don't fucking know. You know how those crazy French people are. They don't believe in Christianity or nothing. Afterlife? What's one of those? Don't say something about her? No? He's thinking about saying something. I don't know what he's thinking right now. His head's racking. And he keeps blinking. I think I got a fan in front of him. Maybe he did. I actually don't know.
Sell them for big monies.
SK dolls, sell them for big monies. All right. All right.
There's So's grave. 1905.
Yeah.
He was only 26 years old. Damn. And where the hell was the sister this whole time? She never came back. Comes back after everything already happened.
They really didn't pay attention to the story to know where Cleo was. Absolutely did not pay attention at all. Why she left?
She was fighting the writers. Yeah, that part's never explained.
It's never explained that she was fighting the writers. There's a whole thing in the story that goes on to explain how she's going after them and she's going to be back. Like, it doesn't need to show it or anything, but it is actually factually explained. It did happen. It's in the fucking story. It's mentioned a couple of times.
The whole writers, painters quarrel and what caused it and what's really going on in this world is never explained. How did he die on December 33rd? I guess they have a different dating system in this universe or their world or whatever this is. He died on December 33rd.
Yep, that's all it is, man. It's overthinking this. Rubs nose furiously. He's not even looking at the game anymore. Just 100% chat now. He is so disconnected with this ending. It doesn't even exist to him. Yeah, they're hacking or whatever. What does this fucking mean? Or anything else? Or is that the fucking ending?
We never got the full story of the writers, how they tricked.
And he has to go back to
not
this
Mayel,
point.
but whatever.
He has to go back to this fucking point because he hadn't found any of the like little documentation, none of the journals, none of the entries, nothing that explained any of the shit that was going on. Which I guarantee you, there's more than what I found. But he's going on about this point about how it's very, very important that he knows what's happening in the real world, even though we're literally sitting at an ending of the consequences of an aftermath of Versos being let go of and being allowed to pass on and having the last fucking thing the remains, which is his fucking canvas, being destroyed. He's still hung up over this, like, what happened in the real world, which was superfluous. It truly doesn't matter at the end of the day. Because, yes, it's part of the story. Yes, it's kind of explained a little bit. But it's like, you don't really need to know what happened in the real world. It's a consequence of what happened. But what you're focused on is what the world within the painting. Like that's just it. That's just how it is. We don't need to know what they ate for breakfast. That makes sense.
Her real name is, what's her name? Alicia? Aline? I forget which one it is. But
Aline.
how they fooled her into doing something and then it blew up and hurt her and killed vice versa. Like, we don't know that story at all. It was never explained. Unless it's in the side content I didn't do, right?
Yeah, it could be in the side content he didn't do.
The whole cast waves goodbye because they're all gone now. They were all imaginary. The entire cast.
They were all imaginary.
Besides her and her parents.
Yeah, that makes sense, Bill. They were all imaginary. That's how we understand it. Rubs nose, does sniff, one-handed nostril assist. Shifts around a little bit. Looks at the ending. Looks at chat.
There is some of it in the side content?
Oh, yeah. The thing that you didn't do. Weird stink face. Now the ending credits. Is he gonna skip past this because he's worried about
for that ending? I don't know, probably a slightly different variation if you side with Mael, where the canvas still exists, but Verso is still gone, I guess, and she spends more time with them or whatever. Well, great story, great gameplay, great graphics, amazing music. Like, it's very hard to find a part of the game that's not good. Like, you're thinking about it. It's like, what actually was the flaw of the game? I'm not sure. I don't even know what to say is a flaw. I think it was just perfectly executed, quite frankly. You know? I don't see any cracks in the armor here.
I'm glad he didn't say the other terminologies
the flaw is that I'm a streamer, right, who has to share this gameplay with all of you, and I can't just sit here and enjoy one game at a time. And I know that lengthy RPGs are not for the majority of my audience, which sucks.
The one flaw of this game is I'm a streamer, okay? Therefore, it makes the game not enjoyable.
Because it is for me. I love this style of game. It's a shame here we are, a month and a half after it came out, almost 2 months after it released. I'm getting the first ending, and I can't do any of the Act 3 side content because no one wants it. That's the flaw, is that sadly, a masterpiece game like this cannot be fully enjoyed by someone who shares this as both work and pleasure. That's really the flaw, and that's not any fault of a game developer whatsoever. The game was perfectly paced.
Welcome back, Hideyoshi.
Didn't have any parts that dragged. Didn't have any parts that really had any issue. It's just a double.
We finished the game, and I'm watching DSP as he's currently talking about the game, and I wanted to see how his ending was. He unfortunately died over here at the very, very last fight against Mael. Very funny. But yeah, I just wanted to see his take.
Double-edged sword with being a lifetime content creator like I am, you know, that I've been doing this now for 17 years, and you know, I gotta take the good with the bad, and the good is I got to play it and I got to share it with all of you. The bad is I couldn't fucking look at the rest of the story, dude. And he's already put out a thing like, oh yeah, man, we're gonna be playing it for today, and maybe holds gun to head. Maybe we're gonna see all the cool content as he looks at chat to see whether or not there's a rally of support. Oh, this is so lame. This is so lame seeing this, knowing that when he goes back to it, he's gonna be so fake about everything. Guys, I don't know what it is I gotta do. Guys, I gotta work on my build. Guys, I don't know where to go first. Guys, help me. There you go. If anything, maybe the one critique is if you do the side content, you're over leveled for the finale, right?
So
maybe that's the one critique of the game. That's probably the only critique I can really give it. Everything else is good. Completely original, right? Very hard to guess what's going on because it's such a deep story with layers upon layers. And rarely do you come across a game that's like not cliche or follows a bunch of tropes. This game does not. Absolutely not. Using gameplay elements from so many different RPGs over the years and combining them to this
Act
one
3 is
beautiful
short.
masterwork.
So if you want to talk about story-wise, purely for like after you get into Act 3, if you wanted to follow to the end of the game, yeah, Act 3 is very, very, very short. The thing that makes Act 3 really, really great is that because it opens up to a whole bunch of content that you could do. Whether or not it's like super bosses, whether or not it's like fighting in arenas or getting story tidbits from all sorts of journals. Man, there's a lot that's out there. A lot of cool pictos and shit. The real difficulty is enjoying the difficulty of all the cool ass bosses that are out there. Renoir is not the strongest. You got to fight other people, you know? He ain't doing that. Well, guess what he's got to do? Because he's bringing the game back today. Literally today, in the AM, he's going to bring the game back from the grave. And the real question is, what is he going to do? Because if he tries to do the DLC content that I did, he's going to struggle bigly. He's not equipped to do
I
it.
just want them to keep making games, because it would really suck if they don't make any more like this. Because this is like, I hope this is like the beginning of them making amazing masterpiece RPGs. Hopefully this becomes like
Sarah Felton,
textbook
no.
case
He will
of why these
eventually
games are
requit
good
it.
and people should put time into
He
them
won't.
to develop them and make them as good as they are.
He basically has like another 20 plus hours worth of extra side content. And there's still shit that I haven't even done. 20 hours plus of content that I know he would have to suffer through. And if he's trying to do the DLC area, he will get clobbered. Like, it's not even a question of if, it's just literally he's going to get in there and he will get whopped. By just one hit alone.
Not a game with 5 million hours of padding and crap, open world garbage that's boring. Instead, a game that has enough content that's all meaningful. That it's
Meaningful
worth your
content.
time.
Subjective shit yet again. The roaches are gone. This game will fail. I think it'll probably have a day or two where it'll exist. But whether or not he'll want to keep going, that's the real question. I think he'll get
No time to
frustrated.
do the other ending, or maybe one day. What I was saying is, if I feel like we can do it, maybe one day what we'll do is go back.
No
and we'll
time to
not
do
only
the other
alternate ending,
ending.
but we'll do the Act 3 side content. But people don't want it. I played this for almost 2 months, on and off, over 50 hours of gameplay. My audience is telling me every single time I play it, don't play it. It's boring. Look at tonight. Look at the support. Right?
What a thing to leave in your recording. Just weird segments where you're like, I don't know, shrug shoulders. Where's the money at, guys? Looks at the money funnel and he just sees your future stepdad, your future stepdad. That troll.
Nothing. Almost
Nothing,
none.
guys.
Zero.
No money.
People don't want the game, even though I think it's amazing. So that wasn't even a legit. That was an auto resub above me. Your future stepdad auto resubbed for 2 months. He wasn't even an active contribution.
And he just laughs. A guy gave him money, monthly, by the way. He's like, yeah, that doesn't count, by the way. That money right there, that money that I was pointing at, see that money right there that you can't see anymore? That doesn't count.
So there you go.
So there you go. That money doesn't count. It counts now, by the way. Shit like that counts now.
All right. Can we yes, I was going to say, can we skip this? And then I want to see post-game what happens. It probably resets you to before the beginning, I guess. Let's see.
Can we skip this? Yes, we can.
Yep. Because then once you go fight that thing, that essentially begins the end game.
No, as he looks behind him. As he looks behind him.
So this is it. This is your final flag.
Oh, I
And
bet
what you
you.
can do is go back to the open world.
Oh my God. Oh, dear Jesus. What are these stats? Everything in a fight, in agility, nothing in a might, nothing in a defense, nothing in a luck. Holy shit. You're shitting me. Bro, that's not even min-maxing. That makes so much sense.
Yep. There you go.
That makes so much fucking sense. Why his
There
characters...
is a checkpoint that can be loaded that takes you to the choice. That's cool.
That's cool.
So,
I'm not going to do it.
I mean, when you really think about it, a lot of this content post-game, for example, we've never been over here. We weren't able to because we couldn't fly, right? We haven't even been to the west where those clouds are. It looks like there's content over there that we haven't activated yet.
There's content over there.
There's that giant tower.
Content over there.
That we never were able to climb. These, we don't even know what these are. These painting workshops.
We
hadn't figured that out yet. I'm sure that's a mystery that you solve in time. There's this floating island, all these floating things that you can fly to now with Esquia. How much you want to bet there's like, look, here's another thing. That was blocked with clouds. You could go there now. So how much you want to bet there's like 5 full dungeons?
That's very incorrect. If it was only 5, oh man, he's gonna get so mad when he finds out it's more than 5.
And super bosses and all kinds of great stuff, right?
He doesn't know it's more than 5.
I bet. So that's what I mean. Like, I would love to do in the future. It won't be now, but maybe later this year, if things calm down and we have time for a few random chill night streams, to just do some optional content in the game and explore what we missed, what we didn't do. Because I do feel like we left so much out by not finishing all the content, and I absolutely would have done it if it would have been people showing up, engaging, and supporting, and they just won't. All right, and I hope you understand. I love the game.
You gotta calm down.
1,000,000%. This will be in my best games of the year. I'm not gonna tell you now this early on if it's gonna be my game of the year, but this will absolutely be in my games of the year countdown. It's that good of an RPG. It's one of my favorite RPGs that I've done as a content creator, hands down by far. And you know, I would love to do the content, but in 2025, the viewing audience doesn't want it. You know what I mean?
You know what it is that I mean?
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It sucks. Again, let this be a lesson. There's a double-edged sword to making a living.
You
also doing what you love.
Be taught a
because
lesson.
You have to make decisions based on what's going to keep stuff afloat.
You need to be taught a lesson,
as much as I
old
like this
man.
game, I mean, look, I finished it. And how many streams did we do? 3, 4, 5 streams recently that weren't hitting any support. Look at tonight, we got like $20. But I'm still playing it because I wanted to see the ending, right?
Yeah, he had
it just
no
sucks
choice.
That for bizarre reasons, people will come.
He had no choice but to finish it because everybody was telling him this is game of the year. And he knew this. So of course he had to finish this, because if he didn't and he added to this like little stupid countdown, it wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense.
And support other stuff, but not this game. Again, it has to be the length. It has to be that it's an RPG. Things that I like. I like
for almost
RPGs.
28 hours.
I do.
I don't know if I can survive for that
long.
long.
Who've been here all along. There's some people in chat right now who've been here for the whole playthrough. I want to say a special thanks to you. I understand that not every single person out of the thousands of people in a year that watch me do content can support playthroughs. I get that. But you're still here, and you're still enjoying, and you're still engaging, and I do appreciate you. You know? But you have to understand, it's tough for me. I want to do stuff like this, and I can't continue at this point. I think what I'm thinking is, give it a rest. Maybe later this year, bring it back as a few chill night streams here or there. I'll let you know when we can sprinkle them in. So I absolutely want to explore and check out this content. Okay, I do. Look, there's 2 clouded areas we never even got to access. There's all the things that were floating. There's areas that we couldn't get to that like there, you know, there's tons. So, all right. And please understand, I will never discredit a game like this in my game of the year countdown.
Because he has no choice.
It didn't resonate with all of my audience who support my content. Never. The game.
Dude, oh no. Yes, he has. Well, wait a fucking second. Wait a minute. I'm gonna let him finish this thought. I'm actually gonna go back to his like previous game of the year. I'm gonna go to 2024. He has. Dude, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen.
Please understand, I will never discredit a game like this in my game of the year countdown simply because it didn't resonate with all of my audience who support my content. Never. The game is superb. The game is absolutely a masterpiece.
I want you to think about that. I hope you think about this for a second, because this has actually pissed me off. DSP will never discredit a game because it didn't resonate with his audience. You know what? We're gonna actually fucking triple check that, because I'm almost 99.9% HIV positive. He actually did this. Worst games 2024. He has done this. Oh god, this worst moment. Oh shit. Top 10 most disappointing PTs. Why did he name it like this? Top 10 most disappointing PTs of 2024. Wonky graphic. He could have just said DSP's worst games of 2024, or like most DSP's 10 most disappointing games of 2024. He could have done that. But the fact that you shorten down PTs and you add all of this shit in the beginning, oh, this is fucking doo-doo. This is hyper doo-doo. Number 20, number 9. Oh, how did he do this? What the fuck is this? Top 10. We start with number 20. What happened? Oh my gosh. Is this Diablo? This is Diablo. Which game is this one?
Number 19, most disappointing playthrough of the year. A game that most of you most likely do not remember even existed. It is called Silent Hill: The Short Message. So for those who did not watch me play it, this was relatively early on in 2024.
Oh man, this is fucking shit. Part 1, yeah, I understand there's part 1 and part 2. Here's my thing. If you're gonna make a fucking thing that says top 10 and you have number 20 in a top 10, something fucked up. You didn't do the naming convention right. You didn't do something right. That's already right there a fucking big yikes. A big yikes, brother. What is the game that counts?
Marvel Rivals is like the hottest game right now. Marvel Rivals has record numbers of players on Steam. People are playing the heck out of it, really loving it. And honestly, it's a pretty good game.
This is
it's
funny
basically
to see.
classic Overwatch style gameplay.
DSP on
the only
DSP.
difference being, as you can see, it's third person rather than first person, and it stars Marvel characters and properties. So why would Marvel Rivals stack up to be one of my most disappointing playthroughs of the year? Well, first off,
Allow me to
I played it
explain.
twice. I first played this game during the summertime when it had an open beta, and I actually liked it during the open beta. Then I came back to it later in the year when it had a full release in December, and I was having a good time with it. I liked playing all the different characters. I liked messing around with the different mechanics. I thought that the different Marvel aspects of it were actually quite neat. And although, I'll be honest, in some cases I feel certain characters weren't really representative of what they are in the Marvel universe, i.e. like Magneto, who in this game is very different from how he would, used in a comic book. But basically, I really enjoyed it. And so, why is it disappointing? Because both times I played it, both in the summer and at the end of the year, I basically got initial interest where people were showing up and liking it and engaging with it and supporting it for a couple streams, maybe like 2 to 3 streams each. And then when I got to about the 10-hour gameplay mark, I noticed a distinct, not necessarily boredom, but stagnation. People got to a point where they were like, we've seen enough. Every time you play, even though you're using different characters, it's not really that different. It's just Overwatch. Now listen, I'll admit it has an incredible amount of similarities to Overwatch, okay? But it's good still. Like, it doesn't mean that it's bad. I mean, Overwatch, when it was at its prime in 2016, 2017, was one of the biggest games on the planet. It won Game of the Year at the Game of the Year Awards. People were having merchandise in the mainstream. I mean, hell, I'm not even kidding you. I had a car sunshade that said Overwatch. It was so popular, you could just buy it at a normal store. It was on the level of games like Minecraft and stuff like that. Or I guess you would say, or Fortnite today. So then why does no one talk about Fortnite anymore? Excuse me. Why does no one talk about Overwatch anymore? Well, because Activision Blizzard ran it into the ground and ruined it. And now very few people talk about it or play it compared to what was like, 7, 8 years ago.
Okay. So what about Marvel?
So in the case of this, Marvel Rivals, this is a game that takes those great things from Overwatch and then on top of that applies flashy graphics and a really good Marvel, IP and combines it into a winning formula. So then why on earth won't people watch me play it? Why do people complain that it's boring, repetitive, and why do people not support? Don't really know, except people just say it's too much like Overwatch. So maybe in this case, it just really is a little bit too much. At the same time, when I look at this, I'm like, I feel like the game would have been better in first person, just being honest. Like, I think the third person aspect was their excuse to say they didn't blatantly copy Overwatch, even though it's apparent they actually did. But basically, I think...
You know what's funny? Overwatch has a third person mode. Overwatch has had a third person mode. It's like a thing that you can do.
Tells
You can
wisselen
enable.
met de following TTS message. We love Fortnite, we love Fortnite, we love Fortnite.
We love Fortnite. We love Fortnite.
The game is fun, and I'm disappointed because I actually was having fun picking new characters. As you can see, I was picking characters like Iron Fist or Venom or Scarlet Witch or Hawkeye, and I was enjoying learning these new characters and how to play with them. And at the end there, I had actually adjusted to keyboard and mouse, and I was actually getting even better with keyboard and mouse. And then I just had a stream where no one cared. And I was like, well, I can't continue to play a game that no one cares about. It's sad.
Well, there you go. DSP, in his own words.
There's areas that we couldn't get to that like they got to act no when we can sprinkle them in. All right? And please understand, I will never discredit a game like this in my Game of the Year countdown simply because it didn't resonate with all of my audience who support my content. Never. The game is superb.
Remember, he will never, ever discount a game. He will never, ever discount a game, even though it doesn't resonate with his audience. He'll never discount it. Oh, look at this. This
I
game
think this
was
is
in
the
here.
point that I want to make. When they said they were making a sequel to Hellblade,
I don't fucking need to see that. I don't need to see. Oh yeah, this is another game that didn't resonate with the audience, huh? This game he tried to fucking force on people for years.
For the record, Multiverses is a game that actually was out years ago in early access / beta.
This was wild because he tried to force this back in what 2022, 2023. I remember because I was watching this on the side while playing Dark Cloud 2. And this was a rough fucking playthrough to even listen to. God, it sucked. But man, people didn't resonate with it back then and he forced it on them. And then it happened again and he was kind of complaining. But I think in this one, he does complain about the game and the gameplay and whatnot. It did slow down a little bit.
When the game finally had a full release this year, a lot of people were questioning whether it was going to be well received and was it going to be a good...
Oh, he meant that he never discount a North American RPG that he loves. Of course. Oh, no. That makes sense. That makes sense. What he actually meant was semantics. Because that's all it ever means. It's just semantics for this guy.
Game or not, I was one of them. I liked Multiverses many years ago. What was it, like 2.5 years ago when it was in that open state? I actually liked the variety of characters that were in it, their different play styles. I just found it very enjoyable. So what happened with Multiverses when it came out was that you had two distinct groups of people. Some people were curious to see this is going to be a full release game that was going to be worth playing. And others just immediately said, well, we already saw this 2 years ago. We know exactly what the game is. And they feel like it's just a kind of a knockoff of Smash Brothers that will never live up to the level of competitive gameplay or hype of Smash Brothers. And therefore, they just immediately wrote it off and said, it sucks. So for me, I landed somewhere in the middle because I was definitely curious with the final release and these new characters, such as you can see the Banana Guard and Jason Voorhees. Were they going to be good? Were they going to significantly change the way the game was played? It was going to be pretty exciting.
Tip.
When it released, I did play it a good amount. And immediately I noticed some distinct changes to the game that I didn't like. As you can see, this weird color filter over teams. I didn't understand what they were doing with this. And I actually believe what happened is they fixed it. And now this color filter is gone or toned down because everyone complained that it was way too strong and very, very annoying. No one liked this color filter. In addition, the game played decently, but it had some lag issues for sure. I wish that it didn't have as many lag issues. But for the most part, it played pretty similarly, I would say, to the original from a couple years ago, the early access that is, with a few distinct disappointments. For example, one of my favorite characters of that early release was Velma, and Velma is absolutely terrible in this final version of the game. they nerfed the living crap out of her to the point where like there's no point in her even being in the game. That's how
I don't even think that was true. I think his most played character that he liked to play a lot of was, I think it was Bugs Bunny. It was Bugs Bunny and it was one other character. I think it was like maybe Tasmanian Devil. But I don't think it was 100% Velma. He did play a lot of Velma, and Velma was pretty OP. But he never got to that point where he could like utilize the what is it, the mystery machine or anything like that. Or was it Call the Cops? I don't even really know. But yeah, Velma did get hyper nerfed. It was a cop attack that would do almost like a 0% on kill, touch of death. But he did, I'm almost positive he played a lot of Bugs Bunny.
how bad she actually is. Now, lucky for me, certain characters like Bugs Bunny, who was one of my other big favorites, actually is quite good in the final release.
No,
but
I'm not
again,
gonna give Rivals
the problem
a
here
second
was
I hated
a game
Rivals.
like this is going to require a lot of time investment to learn how to play it. There's a lot of character selection. You know, this is sounding familiar, kind of like Marvel Rivals, where you got to play different characters, learn, take time to learn and get good and stuff like that. And guess what happened? I basically played it twice. And by the time that I wanted to play it a third time, everyone said, stop playing this game. It's just a Smash Brothers knockoff. It's just another game that plays similarly to another game. It's not very good. Drop it. And you know what? I'll be honest. I wish that people had been more open-minded because I think I would have liked it if I had tried more characters and played it longer. It just seems like with my audience, either a game immediately resonates and is a hit, or people just don't like it at all. And sadly, that's what happened with this game, just like Marvel Rivals, where I was enjoying it. I wanted to try new characters. I was having a good time, but after a couple of streams, everyone got bored with it, okay?
And then we got to remember, what did DSP say?
Never discredit a game like this in my Game of the Year countdown simply because it didn't resonate with all of my audience who support my content. Never. The game is superb.
Remember, don't ever follow what this guy says, because if he says a thing, he's not actually being for real, for real. Never, ever, ever believe what DSP is saying. Because he's done this for years, literally for years, for so many fucking games, where he like pretends to like a game, but then he'll shit on it because his audience shits on it. Therefore, it deserves to be on the shit list. Well, DSP said he loved this game, right? But why is it on here? Why is it in the bad games list? It's because it didn't resonate with his audience. Why is Marvel Rivals down in here? Because it didn't resonate with his audience. He's done this over and over and over again. He has a terrible track record. What's going to be really weird, what's going to be actually fucking wild, is when he has to do it again this year. Because he doesn't have the same amount of like leeway. Let's see. We have I think there, yeah, the DSP quits versus completed games list. Ah yes, ah yes, ah yes. This is what I'm waiting for right here. This right here. Hold up, we're gonna download this copy. Let's see, download. Can I do it as an HTML? Sheet 1. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do it as an HTML. PDF, please. Okay, there we go. Ah, yes, the PDF. So right now, he's sitting on a 50-50 quit game and completed games right now. The amount of quit games we got is insane. The amount of completed games, not so great. And the thing is, these games right here, he's got to pick out of these games which ones are the good ones or the bad ones. He might pick it out of the quit games. I mean, does he even remember all the games he played? There's a lot of shit in here. I don't know how I feel about any of this. I really don't. Let me go for one other review. This way I can I don't know. I can step away for a second. I need to put the coffee cup away. I can use the bathroom. What other game did he review that he hated? Ah, yes, the Dragon Ball fighting game thing. He loved this game. Jesus Christ.
Is it just me, or did Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero sound like a low-calorie beverage? It totally did to me. Like, that's what I thought it was. You know, the name is just such a bizarre name, okay? All right. So why Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? Why is this on the countdown of the most disappointing playthroughs of the year? By the way, good evening, Jade. Good to see you. And good evening, Bookworm. He says, the ticker-style contributions bar is growing on him. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so why? Why this game? Why this countdown? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I haven't played a Dragon Ball game in many years. I played a few. I played Kakarot. I played Xenoverse 1 and 2. And I may have even played one more years ago. I know I played Dragon Ball Fighters as well. Their actual 2v2 2D fighting game, okay? They might say, well, why then was I not interested in this one? Because every time that there's a Dragon Ball game, it's literally the same story. You relive the same classic events where Goku and his friends are trying to defend the world from invading enemies like Vegeta and Nappa, and then it turns into the Frieza saga and the Cell saga and the Android saga and the freaking Boo saga, and you know, the same stuff. And I've now relived that plot line so many times. I'm just not that interested in it anymore. You know, as a kid when I was growing up, I loved Dragon Ball anime, but I just don't see the appeal of living the same events over 7,000 times. So when this game was coming out, people sold me on it and said, no, Phil, you don't understand. The campaign of this game is very different. This campaign is actually going to be you doing what-if scenarios where you can actually do things differently than they actually happened in the real anime. And therefore, you could see alternate scenarios. Well, that was definitely present. Problem was the game didn't explain how to do it. So half the time, you'd get these scenarios by accident and then realize you played yourself into a corner and had to replay a stage repetitively over and over to unlock another scenario to continue on with the game. That's frustrating. Sadly, it's pretty outdated game design. I don't really know what they were going for there. So by the time that I had grinded through and finally completed Goku's plot line, I was so exhausted, I wasn't too interested in doing any others, okay? Now, you want to talk about the online play? Well, you're seeing a bit of it right here. The game has an insanely large roster of characters. And the way that it works is essentially you are making a balanced team. Each character has a ranking number. So you could pick a very powerful character, but that character has a high ranking number, meaning you're going to be able to pick less characters than say if you picked a team with all 5 low ranked characters. I compare this to the team-based system that they used in the Capcom vs. SNK series many, many years ago, where you could have like a rank 1 or ratio 1, ratio 2 character, but then you could have a team of 4 ratio 1s or only 1 ratio 4. So it's kind of a similar premise. The problem is, none of it really matters, because once you get online and you start playing, all the combat looks just like this. Basically, everyone just goes at each other and spams. And yes, there is some strategy to it, don't get me wrong. There's different classes of characters. There's faster characters, there's more projectile trapping characters, there's more tankish characters. I'm actually using a tankish character in this video, a giant robot that has super armor, okay? But ultimately, it's an incredibly simplistic game. Does it have nuances to the control scheme? Yes, but here's what it basically boils down to. Attack, attack, attack until someone presses an escape button. Then they try to counterattack you, but then you can do your own escape. And that's it. I'm not kidding. That's the game. Like, it's just attack, counterattack, counterattack, counterattack. Oops, we're all out of energy. Got to run away and recharge and then go at each other again. There definitely is a higher level strategy to it. But the point I'm making here is it's just not a very fun fighting game, which is essentially what you're trying to do is make a game that has elements that are fun, and it just becomes kind of a real repetitive experience. And here's the other part that's really stupid. You would think in a game like this, right? You'd want to pick the powerful characters. But no, the best way to play this game online was to pick a team of weaker characters who basically can do good combos and just drag it out. I mean, hell, I played this game a grand total of twice online. Ladies and gentlemen, I won the vast majority of the matches, and a lot of them, I didn't even know what happened. I didn't know how I won. And then people would explain to me, well, Phil, you had a team of low-ranked characters and time expired, so because you had 3 characters alive and they only had 1, you won. And I was like, yeah, but literally they spanked me. They were kicking my ass the whole time. No, you won, you have more health. Like, what? It didn't even make sense. The online play just doesn't make sense unless you sit there and study it. But here's the thing, and here's what I was saying at the time that the game came out. The game really feels like a masher. It totally does. It feels like a button masher. And When you're playing a button masher, you're going to play it as a party game, right? You're going to team up with your friends. You're going to jump into it, mess around with the various characters for a little bit. And after you mess it around as a party game, you're probably never going to pick it up and touch it ever again. But so many people when the game released were like, oh, it's going to be a competitive fighter. You've got to invest time in it and all of that. But that's never happened. Like, did you know that within 1 month of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero came out, they lost over 90% of the player base? Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to repeat myself. You ready? Over 90% of the player base quit this game within 1 month. That is not the sign of a game that was made to be competitive. That is not the sign of a healthy game. That is the sign of a game that ultimately was a party game. Everyone bought it, played it a little bit, got bored, never went back. And that's sad. I feel like it would have been a better game if they had sound mechanics, if they had a team-based structure that made sense, but they weren't going for that. They were kind of going for a dream match. Every character possible in there. Who cares if it's balanced? Let everything murder each other. A lot of people said, well, this is very similar to the original Dragon Ball Budokai experience. Well, if anything, can we just agree on something then? Maybe Dragon Ball Budokai was made in the past for a reason. It's outdated. It's not a formula that really works in 2024 when people are looking for a game that's going to have bang for your buck value, competitive edge in nature. It just doesn't have any of those things. So because of that, 90% of the people are going to play it once or twice, put it out. I mean, I think that's a bigger player fall off than Mortal Kombat 1 had, quite frankly. So, yeah, sorry to say, a game that I had high expectations for. You guys hyped me up for it, and it really let me down. I honestly wish that the game had been a lot better than it was, and that I would have played it more than I had. I only played through the campaign once and online once or twice, and I was done with it, and no one seemed to care. That's the other funny part, too. It's like, oh, maybe you felt like, prematurely quit the game, but in this case, only maybe 1 or 2 people ever mentioned it ever again. So, pretty disappointing. I think now you're definitely starting to see the pattern here. Either it's games that I really liked, but somehow didn't resonate with the audience, or games that the audience thought was going to be great, but then when I actually bought them and played them, they ended up not being very good at all, right? So pretty big disappointments. Dio says, my nephew had his parents pay something like $80 to get the special version of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Played it twice. Went back to playing free mobile games. Never touched it ever again. Wow. Okay, let's continue on. The most disappointing playthroughs countdown of 2020.
Time for the last game. Oh,
Here we go. 2024. Number 12 is, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Man.
A game that I was pretty hyped for, because many years ago, I had played Dragon's Dogma 1, and actually really ended up enjoying it. I had played the crap out of this game. I grinded offline to get better at it, and then I recorded my progress as an offline YouTuber back then. This was before I was a live streamer.
Yeah, you rage quit this one as well.
I liked the fact that you could have these...
here's the thing. Do I give shit to DSP for wage quitting this Dragon's Dogma game? Not really. It wasn't a really good game. Some people played it. Some people had fun with it. I didn't think it was a great game. But he did wage quit this. He 100% wage quit this.
Created characters called pawns that people from all across the globe had
it was fine. A lot of people didn't like it. I was like, whatever.
The world structure with all the towns and all the different things that you could do. The open world where you could jump on enemies and take them out with co-op gameplay mechanics and the like. There was just a lot to like about Dragon's Dogma. The problem is that Dragon's Dogma came out over a decade ago. Okay? So you're going to make a modern game in 2024, well, you've got to pretend like the last decade has happened. Dragon's Dogma 2 acts like the last decade never happened. An incredibly flawed graphical performance. As you can see here, this is the Xbox Series X version running at the absolute highest graphics, and it's choppy as hell. It's just not acceptable. The game has an open world that's very similar to the first game. The game has pawns like the first game. And essentially, if you're playing Dragon's Dogma 2, the one fatal flaw is pretty simple. It's basically the first game again. Even graphically, it looks like the first game. And that's not a good thing. Things have advanced and changed and gotten much, much better in the last decade. Why were none of those interesting improvements added to the game? Why are they acting like this game came out a year after the first Dragon's Dogma? The fact that they charge full price for it also is just disappointing. You know, if they had sold it as like a $30, $40 game, maybe I would have forgiven some of its shortcomings, but they're selling it as if it's
cheaper,
a full-fledged
I would have been okay.
sequel. It's
I wouldn't
not.
have been as mad.
And the funny part about it is the game came out, people talked about it for about a week, and then it's like it never existed. Like, I don't remember, you know, no one talked about it again. Everyone just kind of,
you know,
gave up on it. So, yeah, pretty disappointing, quite frankly. It was a game that I was very much looking forward to because I really liked the first one, but I'm sorry, if you're not going to make any gameplay improvements and even graphical improvements in a decade, your game's just inferior. No one's going to want to play it. And, you know, this was a case where people got bored of the playthrough, but I was bored long before. I was willing to try to tough it out if people liked it, but everyone was bored with it, including me, and that's why we dropped it. You know, if I'm going to continue to play a game and invest a bunch of time in it, it has to be a game that on both sides we're both enjoying, and this was sadly just one that neither side was enjoying. Dragon's Dogma 2 was a humongous and utter disappointment, I feel, to the RPG community because, again, the first one innovated, and this one just did more of the same of the first. So, there you have it.
There you have it. What was his last game?
Games for the time. Being able to select a class of character that is very different. Well, you have the person you shooting
it's the fucking Star Wars game.
rockets, or the sniper, or someone with a full auto gun, sneaking around in stealth and doing takedowns and stuff from behind. Pretty good. So when they announced that they were re-releasing these original Battlefront games in a collection,
Wait.
I got pretty stoked.
Wait.
On consoles, I played the full-fledged PC versions, which were great games for the time. Being able to select a class of character that is very different. Well, you have the person you shooting rockets, or the sniper, or someone with a full auto gun, sneaking around in stealth and doing takedowns and stuff from behind.
Is he talking about a different game? Because I don't remember this game ever having sneaking around and stealth segments. I don't remember that.
Pretty good.
What?
So when they announced that they were re-releasing these original Battlefront games in a collection,
Battlefront
I got pretty
sneaking
stoked.
segment.
And I was pretty excited for it. And then when it came out, what you're seeing is what we got.
Yeah.
A game that ran incredibly buggy, very bad frame rate in parts, very poor performing, which
I think he was thinking of an entirely different game. I don't know what game he's thinking of, but it definitely wasn't these games.
makes no sense. The games are old. Why are they performing poorly on modern hardware? The game was absolutely full of bugs. Unfinished messes, things phasing in and out of existence, getting stuck in walls, having all kinds of problems. It really was disappointing because they hyped it up like it was gonna be these games getting more attention. But instead, they were horrible versions of the games. Don't get me wrong. Battlefront 1 and 2 are great games. Okay? They are.
Okay.
They're outstanding.
They're
But I'd like you
great.
to take a look at how this game performs. This is not, oh, this is running choppy. This is how the game ran and looked on modern hardware.
Yeah.
It's feels like an unfinished port.
No, it looks like just a port of a fucking old game from the PS2. That's all it is. It's just a port of a game from the PS2. What? It looks basically how I remembered it, minus like all of this being cleaner. This being a different type of UI for the health bar. Everything just looks cleaner.
Right? Like they ported it badly and chugging along. Again, bugs and graphical issues.
That's the other thing too. He's talking about like bugs, graphical issues, and things chugging along, but he's not making a good display of these issues. Remember he was talking about how like editing videos are really, really hard. You gotta pick out clips and shit of the thing that you're gonna talk about happening.
There was entire times where walls wouldn't load or you get stuck in a wall. And the funny part was, even with as buggy as it was, I still had fun with it.
Yeah.
You wanna know why? Because the games are that good. Like,
no, he had fun with it because he was like sitting there and he was singing the Cantina song over and over and over again. And he started whistling in this game. It was fun because he didn't have to talk to people. He wasn't having a whole lot of fun. It kind of existed.
Battlefront 1 and 2 are legitimately great games. So even though these were far inferior versions of said games, I still had a great time playing them. It's just a shame that if they were going to make a modern collection, they couldn't actually do the games justice. For people who
With
never played the
doing what?
originals and only played these, you might think, oh man, what a wonky mess. Now, yes, the game did have some wonkiness to it, and that was part of its charm. But man, the original games were actually much better versions than this modern one that they sold us. So, pretty disappointing. And quite frankly, this game pretty much died after like 3 weeks. I tried to keep playing it, but less and less people wanted to play it because it just was such a mess that wasn't really improving or getting any kind of notable patches or fixes. So because of that, people were like, well, I don't even want to really play it anymore. And so the player
he
base
was
fell
being
off.
extra
Jamie
annoying
even
at
just
the
said in
time.
chat, yeah, I got sick watching you play this. I don't blame you. When the
Fuck
frame
you,
rate is
Jade.
all over the place like this
Fuck
game
you,
was,
Jade.
it can't just be smooth and consistent. You're gonna have issues with with that kind of stuff. And you get a headache,
feels
right? You're
sick.
trying to play, you're oh, my
Me
eyes are
don't
burning.
like
I can't even pay
this.
attention because the game's just not smooth enough. So pretty big disappointment. Again, you're gonna sell a collection that's supposed to present these classic games to a new audience. Put the effort in. They obviously
Effort to
didn't.
what?
They obviously just wanted to rush out a botched port job.
Effort to
And that's just
what?
very, very unfortunate. I feel like they should have done a better job.
He didn't showcase anything that told me that the game was fucking buggy. All he showcased to me was him easily getting C4'd by fucking droids. That was it. That's the only thing I got out of that. The only reason he was saying stealth and running was because of how little people were playing this fucking port. Not once after the first 5 days did he get full matches. Yeah, that's true. It's one of those things where it's such a niche game, and the people who are gonna play it, they're gonna play it on their own terms. I imagine it was already been emulated to death, so it's just kind of whatever. You do a modern port, you get the ability for people to legitimately play it. I mean, that's nice, but if nobody's gonna pick it up, whatever. But I didn't see any big frame drops, and I didn't see any glitches, the things that he kept talking about. So I have to just accept his word for it, which how many people accepted his word for it in those? Wow, 67 likes, 406 dislikes. I think the main issue is your stream is running into that there is a gigantic gulf between your viewer base and your support base. We could say that your audience is a solid 300 to 700. Oh, wow, that's a lie. And so viewers that are going to show up to most streams, whereas 98% of your financial support comes from 3 to 4 individual people that seem to randomly donate hundreds of dollars for no rhyme or reason. As a result, your stream and what you play week to week ends up being dictated by a tiny fraction of your audience, who don't actually seem to care about the games that happen. Oh, Jesus. Good example, Marvel Rivals, massively popular and a huge hit. Even now on a random Sunday night, it's number 4 on all of Steam with over 170k players, that you banished it from the rotations simply because one of those 3 to 4 whales didn't show up and drop a ton of money. What did he respond to this? Iron Chef Sakai was not around during the entire RPG Overload arc and for most of the year. Marvel Rivals failed both during the beta and over the summer at full release. Very easy to seem like you're smarter than everyone else when you only select the points of data that back up your point you're trying to make. Isn't that what he did here? Isn't that what he did right here? I didn't even have to read all of this, and that's what he fucking did right here. If I don't follow the games that make me money, I won't be able to play games for a living. I will never outgrow the limitations because of my massive hater base, and that will never go away. Because YouTube allows them to illegally monetize their Flander libel toward me, and there are enough mentally stunted people who watch YouTube and enjoy that kind of content. This has all been gone over ad nauseum, but please continue to act like I'm the problem and be sure to monetize it somehow for maximum benefit. And the response, this is why you're forever level 1. You asked for feedback, he gave you a fair criticism, and you instantly insult and assume he's a detractor or troll. You are the problem, Phil. ESP Gaming, please stop getting mad at people when they make solid points and only speak this to benefit you. Notice what you may be blind to. Constructive criticism, not a full assault. Someone who is here just to feel smarter than you. You're misjudging the point of this comment. Please take what people say into consideration and maybe for once, Stop thinking you are the only one who's correct. You aren't the only person on this planet. Oh man. That hurt him. He only had 2 likes. I guarantee you one of the likes was himself. Yeah, fuck this Flanders guy. We hate Flanders. Man. What a Grinch. What a fucking Grinch. Yeah, case in point, all this to say, DSP for 2024, he was the king of...
Never discredit a game like this in my Game of the Year countdown simply because it didn't resonate with all of my audience who support my content. Never. The game is superb. The game is absolutely a masterpiece. I hope you...
Okay. Just remember, whenever he says that, he doesn't mean it. And he has proved it time and time and time again. And if he pretends that it was only that one time, you can go back to every other time he's ever done it. It was a moment of weakness or something like that. Some bullshit like that. These comments are missing the plot. This dude is a lost cause. I think it's good to have normies give him comments like this, because at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening? Like, do you think that this guy right here, this Jeevan Basi, like, do you think he's real? Probably. At some point he was real. He's an old account. It's not like it's fake. It's an account that like scrubbed all of his content, but tried to give Phil some actual criticism. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong guy. This guy. Sorry, this guy. Colin Anthony. Okay, this guy might be a troll. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? It's a very suspicious looking account. But it's okay. DSP has to pretend that everybody's out to get him. And he's the only one who's right. Because nobody can ever be right.
Ficus 1011 heserde met the following TTS message. Remember when he asked his dents to let him know when his begging went too far? Even thanked them for helping him with that at one time.
Yeah. When Sir Moist really did a number on him. Guys, please let me know. DSP, you're doing it again. Phil, you're doing it again. And there was only like 1 or 2 times he ever was put in check by chat. And after that, never happened again. He couldn't have it, man. Those were some good times. I kind of wish that what's his face? Asmongold had reviewed that clip. What do you think Asmongold would have thought of DSP saying, guys, remind me when I'm sitting there and I'm begging again? Do you think he would have said, you need to bring that back, Phil? I wonder whatever happened with that. It was a couple months in, he basically started banning people who were telling him to stop begging. And it became a regular part of his routine ever since. Because why should he give it up? Why give up a good thing, man, if it works? If it ain't broke, don't hit it with a hammer. And if you hit it with a hammer, don't hit it too hard. Only hit it just hard enough. All right. We got 9 hours to continue existing. I think I can continue to exist for 9 hours. I wouldn't say I've gotten my second wind, but I know I'm going to be crashing out hard probably in the next 6 hours or so. Man. All right, I got to figure out something I want to play right now. I still have to wait for JC. I could boot up Persona, but it would be way more grinding. So I don't think I need more grinding right now. I could do it, but I feel like that'll eventually put me to sleep. Let's go EDF. I barely played Earth Defense Force. I could boot it up. I need my weekly. No progress has been made. And you need to get some energy drinks. I had a nice coffee. I don't do a whole lot of energy drinks. I try not to because I'm afraid of kidney stones. I did end up having to pass a kidney stone a couple of months ago, and that was pretty rough. I gotta tell you. I went to the clinic. Oh man, how should I even tell this story? I feel like I can't remember if I told this story or how I told the story. Oh man. Okay. Well, we're gonna tell the story. Yeah, no, Outrun Exile, we did complete Expedition 33. It has been fully completed. There's a couple of super bosses that I need to go back to, specifically Simon. I just can't I can't beat Simon's second phase. It's hard getting into it. I think I need a new setup for it, so I'll have to figure it out. Hideyoshi, it's okay. Basically, had a kidney stone, didn't even realize it. There was a period where I was like, I gotta use a bathroom. I gotta keep using the bathroom over and over and over again. And I was going frequently, a lot, and it was kind of painful. And I couldn't control it either. So I was like, I would just feel the urge, and then I had to run to the bathroom. So I was working from home. And then after about the third day it was happening, I was like, okay, this is probably a problem. Like, I'm drinking plenty of water. It hurts, but it doesn't hurt that bad. I figured it might be that. So I try and drive down over to the clinic. The first thing I did was I had to use the bathroom, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom and we're gonna time it. We're gonna immediately go. Get over to the clinic. It hits me. I'm like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Look, I know I gotta fill out this paperwork. Please, I need to get, is there a bathroom I can use? It was rough. It was, so I think during that time when I went up to the clinic, I think that's when I passed it, because it was so, it felt horrid. It was horrifying. Then I ended up getting seen. It's like, yeah, you had a kidney stone. Yeah, I could tell. It's all the symptoms for it and everything. And that was not a happy camper for it. Not at all. It's whenever I'm in a certain mood. Yeah, I suppose so. But I guess a water reminder is no joke. So it is something that I do appreciate whenever anybody does redeem, because it does remind me, hey man, you should drink some water. And I carry like a lot of water on me now. So I do try and drink a lot more water. It's one of those things that I just kind of forget to do, especially if I'm at work. Good, I took care of it and went to the hospital. I didn't technically go to the hospital. Went to a clinic.
This is your water reminder.
Thank you for the water. We appreciate it.
You to drink your water. Drink your water. This is your water reminder.
But yeah, I ended up going to a clinic for it. I didn't want to go smoothly to the hospital. I don't think it was all the drunk streams that got to me. I'm not 100% sure. I know that it's lacking water. What helps me, of course, get through any of the drinking streams are, of course, having a lot of water. When I was at the Christmas party, I had a whole lot of mixed drinks. They were serving some kind of fucking, what was it? It had like it had some like vodka mixed with like some blueberry and lemon shit. I don't know what the hell it was. It was pretty good. It was pretty fucking sweet. I had a couple of those. They had double shots in them. I had, oh god, I had a couple of bottles of something. I couldn't remember. All I just remember was it was karaoke time. We were singing like crazy, and I realized, oh shit, it's almost midnight. So I had my ride, like, you know what, I should probably head home, you know? Yeah, it was a Binted. That was a Binted. The rare Binted shit yourself. But it was good though. I had fun at the Christmas party. And it's actually a reminder right now. I actually should set up my email. I've completely forgot to remind people I am out for today. I should put up a reminder right now. I don't feel like doing it, but I need to. I gotta put it up like within the next 10 minutes. They're gonna be like, Anne, aren't you logged in for work? I mean, they can see, they see my schedule. I even have to put out the email schedule, to be honest. No, it wasn't when I walked along the beach. It was literally this weekend, Nurgle. Literally this weekend. Are you talking about when I had the kidney stone? When it was a kidney stone, it was when I was at home. Not when I was where the hell were we? I had to attend a wedding. I had to attend my cousin's wedding. That was fun. I had so many drinks. Everything was paid for. What are you guys posting up in the Discord? Posting up all sorts of nonsense. If it's paid for, leave it at the door. You were at a wedding at a very specific little island. I can't remember where we were. It was I don't think it was the Dominican Republic. It was fuck, can't remember. Almost a Christmas without Boss Man. Yeah, we're not gonna get Boss Man back. Boss Man is gonna be locked away for Christmas. People are gonna be crying. They're gonna be seething. They're gonna be molding. Gonna remind people. I had my boss text me. I was coming in early in the middle of my vacation. Christmas without Walmart Santa. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. He got in prison? Yeah, he's currently serving time right now. I think he I can't remember if he has another trial date, but he is in prison right now. He's been in prison for a couple of months. Because he fucked up on his probation. Because the first time he got caught, it was for possession
and
of I can't remember what class of substance. I think he had I think it was when he had crack on him. I'm almost positive. But then he was on probation. I can't remember if it was for the assault on his father or for the possession. But then I think he got caught with possession again. Yeah, he's in for till January 6th. And then I think he has an additional hearing. I don't think they're going to let him go like right away to do rehab, because they tried letting him go to rehab and it just didn't turn out good. He just gave up on it immediately. Which, surprise, surprise, you give Boss Man the ability to go to rehab. He doesn't really take it and run with it. He kind of just flaunts it. But don't worry, eventually Boss Man will come back. We'll have our gambling boy. He'll be back with us. Ah! Oh, well. Okay, let me boot up my work laptop really quick. I need to send them this email. If I don't, it'll be hell to pay. Should watch another video really quick. What's another video that I can put on? Aw, man, Sungrand Studios fucking fell off hard. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh man, Dingus isn't here, which means I can provide you the Arlo content that everybody's been begging for. Ah, yes. Arlo videos.
Tickets 1000 wisselde met de following TTS message. The last bossman just before THPAC of Everest. Literally right at finding out he owes dealer 10k and still on crack. He really don't think we're seeing him anytime soon. Like here's Emotes.
If he owes his, I mean, he definitely owes his dealer. You know, the moment he gets out of jail, that dude's gonna be hitting him up for money. You know 100% that's happening. Did I catch Scott going out of control yesterday? No, don't pass me. Dooblanc, please tell me you got a video. If not, I can, well, I don't know if I can check it on his channel. I know he started putting some of his stuff behind subscriber only, which I mean, who the fuck is a Scott Cheeto subscriber, right? But we can check that out. That way you can save us from the Arlo videos. You can't watch it. What do you, how bad was it? Okay, just summarize it to me. How bad was it? Let me get my laptop. It's hours long. Oh, good God. Can I get a chat GPT summary of it at least? Can I get the cliff notes? Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate for him. I don't really truly care. Because he's always acting like a fucking clown. He doesn't have to. He chooses to be a clown. He's like, oh yeah, this time I'm gonna get respect. If I just act like a fool and carry myself as a fool, people will actually treat me like a real smart individual. Said nobody ever, because that's not how it works. He thinks that's how it works. Where the hell did my mouse go? I had a red one. What the? Airbag. I don't know where my work mouse went. I flung it into the far reaches of somewhere. I have no idea where it is. Oh well. I guess I'll have to use the trackpad. Oh my gosh, I hate the trackpad. We hate the trackpad.
Cheese.
Oh man. He went into a VC and got gangbanged and then started wishing nonsense upon someone's kids. And then they got his sister into a call. Oh man, no way. Was it not, I can't remember what his sister's name is. I know his mother's name is Felicia, but it's that sister. That's unfortunate. Okay. I know you screamed no, Arlo. I know you screamed no, Arlo. I know in your heart of hearts, you were like, I don't want to see Arlo. So I'm going to put on Arlo really quick. Look, it's the thoughts on the Game of the Year award. You know that's important, right?
「
Don't worry, he probably said something pretty cool. Oh, I gotta get just the games that he played. Or not the games he played, the games he talked about. Let's see. Let's we're gonna listen to him, and we're gonna listen to him at like we're gonna put him down at the bottom because I don't need to see him. I just need to hear him. And then I can put some gameplay. All right, let me hold up. Let me send this email first before I forget. Let me take care of business first because I kind of want to pay attention to Arlo. Alexandra, I even got Shroom to watch it. I'll DM you a couple of screens I made during the whole thing. Ah, you tease. You fucking tease. Alright, is there something I can watch that's just okay to watch? Without Cobra, this sucks, man. This fucking sucks. Did Tony Yo eat something fun? Ah, yes. I went to Five Guys for the first time. It wasn't what I expected. 2 sausage sandwich, 4 boiled eggs with a big pickle and a 40 ounce of Old English. Oh, yeah. You know what? No, dude, he got the Grinch meal. But I don't want to watch him open up a Grinch meal. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do the Five Guys thing. This is gonna be fine. Gonna watch Tony Yo Man and the Five Guys. Just skip the opening.
Look at this, y'all. I'm going to Five Guys, y'all.
What up, Tony?
I want to show y'all where I'm going for my next car mukbang, y'all. Five Guys, motherfucker. Five Guys. Yeah,
not
baby.
1, not 2, not 3,
what's up?
not 4.
What's up with it, y'all? Watch the video to the end, y'all. Check out what I got today. Today I got Five Guys.
Hell
I
yeah.
got the hamburger. I got the fries. And I got a bunch of more other fries. Look at that, y'all. They just pop them fries in a bag for you and shit, man.
Hell yeah.
And I got 2 motherfucking pimples on the side, baby. Yeah, baby, look at y'all. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm using my food tray today, y'all.
Yeah, that t-shirt's wild.
Right, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sending it to me. I really, really do. All right, y'all, before I get weird, let me say these grace.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Big
amen
ups.
and amen.
Amen,
so
brother.
Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I mean, it's different, but it's not different. You know what I'm saying? I usually do my shout outs on my regular mukbang video, but tonight, y'all, I'm gonna do my shout outs on my in the car, my car mukbang videos. All I got is 3. So yeah. So my first shout outs to Danny Castro. 663
hey, it's
from New York. I appreciate
Whoa,
it, Danny
it's
Castro,
Danny.
663 from New York, for watching me. I really, really do. Don't you ever stop. My next shout out is to LaCute. I appreciate LaCute for watching me. I really, really do. Don't you ever stop. My next shout out, my last shout out is to Rio, Montana.
Good for
and
you.
it's Mamacita. I appreciate it, Rio, Montana, and your Mamacita for watching me. I really, really do. Don't you ever stop, man. Now it's time to eat. Oh, shit, boy. I got me some Sprite right here, y'all.
Ah, yes. Sprite enjoyer in the house.
Oh, shit.
We love Sprite.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Danny strikes
Give me some
again.
ketchup. Oh, I already got some ketchup right here. Oh, shit, boy. They give me all these French fries. I love French fries, baby. They give me a little bit ass cup. Oh, really, nigga, you know. They give me a little ass cup. Bam. Like I did Cajun fries.
That's all right. I feel like I don't have to do the Cajun fries for Five Guys. Though I don't eat Five Guys often enough.
Oh man.
Too expensive.
That's good shit, boy.
Way too fucking expensive.
Let me open this hamburger. Yeah, man. So they call these motherfuckers little bird, you know. So I went in that motherfucker, man, and they got this shit called little burgers. You know, I mean, they ain't really, it's 2 meats. I mean, how many meats on this motherfucker? Oh, 1 meat? I thought it was 2.
That's a pretty big loaded burger.
Like
For a little hamburger.
So that shit was $13.99 for bullshit. So, well, you know, tax and I was like, you know, I did a little tip and shit, was like 15 something.
See, this is what I mean. He knows how bullshit it is. You're running up, you're almost running up $20 for a hamburger and some fries.
Even these motherfuckers, even they got my order wrong. I told them I want some grilled mushrooms on it. They put mayonnaise on it. I said I want mayonnaise, mustard and ketchup, and jalapenos. All I got is lettuce, tomatoes, onions. I don't even think I know fucking onions on this shit. They didn't even give me no onions on this shit. Man, look at this shit, man. You know, I watched a lot of videos about Five Guys on YouTube, and everybody said how good Five Guys was. But even these motherfuckers fucked my shit up. Let's see what this shit tastes like.
All right, give it the old taste test. He's munching on them fries. I don't blame him. Fries are pretty good.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good. You know, everybody make a big deal out of Five Guys, and I don't know why they do. I mean, it's not a big deal to me, you know.
Oh, he's telling it as it is. He knows what's up, man. I'm actually willing to agree that Five Guys is a little overrated.
I mean, it's good shit.
It's good, but it's like the price is just so fucking high. Exactly. It's pretty good, but it costs $25. Having a whole bunch of fries like makes it kind of worth it, but not enough, you know?
They did put some mustard on them, take it back. But they ain't put my jalapenos on here.
Oh man.
They ain't put my grilled mushrooms on this motherfucker.
I would have went back in and
on this bitch.
told him to remake it, to be honest. You're gonna fuck it up that bad.
Just because they fucked my order up, I really wouldn't go back.
No. The sign of disapproval. No. I agree with them.
The only way I would go back to Five Guys.
They gotta give you something free.
If I'm with somebody.
Yep.
And they want to go to Five Guys.
Yep. Tell him, Tony. Tell him. Hey, crispy motherfucking in my air fryer.
That's the only way.
I mean, the fries ain't even that good, but it's having a bunch of them. That's what makes it. And they actually salt their fucking fries. I hate that as of late going to places so they don't even fucking salt their fries. I mean, I get it. Like, you know, they don't really want to put a whole lot of effort, but for fuck's sake, the fries taste like shit without salt.
I was kind of excited to go to Five Guys. Because everybody talk about how good they are.
Five Guys do not salt their fries. Do they not? I thought they did. They taste like they do.
But my excitement didn't last long.
I know I go to a fucking McDonald's, their shit's never salted. Piss me the fuck off. What's up, play? Currently sending our out of office notification for work, and I gotta tell people I'm out of office and not to contact me. I already had like two of my employees like, "Hey, Ann, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, no, you can't. You can ask me a question, but I'm on vacation. Leave me alone. Oh my god.
Yeah. That shit good. But it's not good enough for me to go back.
Sokuroi heserde met the following TTS message ask the question. ILL answer it when he gets back squeeze 208 www.
All right, my message is set. They understand I am out. I'm shutting down the work laptop. Fuck that. I don't care how good a fry is. It needs ketchup. It doesn't. Well, I'm not a ketchup guy. I just need salt. Give me a little bit of salt. That's all I need. Ask the question. I'll answer when I get back. No, I mean, they can ask me questions and I'll answer it. Like one of them needs to pick up or drop off their kid because they have an hour delay for school. It's like, yeah, I don't care. Go ahead.
No, that's my review, man.
But I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it.
I got all excited for nothing.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Poor Tony.
I thought going to Five Guy was gonna really be a treat, but
man.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe next motherfucking time it will be. Not there, but somewhere else.
Poor Tony. I get it, man. I get it. Shit probably costs $40. Where's the Lemon Thunder? Hell yeah. Wasn't it Dr. Thunder? I don't think it's called Lemon Thunder. Never mess with Five Guys. Always hit up Chili's for that 3 for me. They got decent burgers. Yeah, Chili's is okay. It's just they kind of had to adapt to cater to a on-the-go audience. They can't have sit-down meals with families anymore. The bar culture didn't work well. Look at a few shorts. Yeah, we'll check out a short or two. Let's see. Let's go for the popular shorts. I don't remember what I said.
Don't white people get mad.
I got to my voice up, man.
So? Don't white people get mad.
Look at this, y'all. I'm at Church's Chicken. Every Wednesday, they have a special.
Holy crap.
8 pieces. Legs and thighs. $8.99.
$8.99. Hell yeah. Oh no! What are we doing? No! Tony, what are you doing? Tony! Tony! Tony, what are you doing?
Yeah, baby, look at that chicken, y'all. Damn, boy, look at that chicken, y'all. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Oh, he's killing me right now.
Yeah, baby. Look at this, y'all. Woo. I got barbecue ribs.
All right, what's another popular one that he's got? What this?
I want a little Caesar pizza, but I didn't eat the pizza crust. So I put the shit out for the birds and the cats to eat. And they ain't even touching this shit. Look at the ants. They don't even want this shit. It's not even no many ants on this shit. Look at that, y'all. See the ants? It's supposed to be a bunch of ants.
There should be more ants than that.
Little Caesars, y'all. Look at that shit, man.
Even the birds and the cats don't want this shit. Oh man, what's another good popular one? I want a really good one. Look at my hair, y'all.
Look at my hair, y'all. Shit, I woke up like this, man. Look at that shit.
Shut up, Tony.
Y'all see that?
Shut up. He didn't wake up like that.
Look at that shit, man.
Dude looking like he went to twirls and curls.
Look at my hair, y'all. Look at that.
Get out of here, Tony. Shut up, Tony. He's just fucking with me now. He's yanking my chain.